Peace. What's going on, everybody? This is your Lord Obeng, here to bring you another conscious upgrade download. I really want to bring this video to you today because it's a special one that talks about finding God in the vortex. This is a unique message tonight. Finding God in the vortex. And let's just get right into this because there's no time to waste on this. What I want you to understand, that God, getting back to the center of God, hear me out, and I need y'all to hear me good, okay? Getting back to the center of God, it is a destructive path. It is such a destructive path that you have to look at getting back to the center of God. It's like trying to get back to the center of a hurricane, to the eye of a hurricane. You who are a being in this world, okay, and you are lost in this sense of trying to find who you are. You are God, right? But to get back to God truly means you have to get back to the center of the eye of the hurricane. Now, the eye of the hurricane, if you're hearing me and following me, in the eye of the hurricane is where the most innermost peace is. It is where peace resides. It is where God is. So to get to the center of God is to get to the core center of oneself. To get to the core center of oneself, you have to almost penetrate hurricane category 5 force winds. On the outside layer of the hurricane is the winds and the rain, the destruction, the debris. To get back to the center of God is going to take you getting back through all of that debris. You have to penetrate that debris. You have to penetrate the walls of the winds and of the rains and of the debris that's flying around on the outer parts of the hurricane. You understand what I'm saying? And so at the core being of oneself is peace, or at the core being of oneself is where one discovers their beingness, who they are in this realm, in this world. And so when you look at the core center, nothing can disrupt or can destroy who you are. Nothing can disrupt or destroy who you are at the center. So if you be, let's say for instance, I am healing. Not healing from something, because to be healing from something is to be saying that I am putting in work in a doing fashion. I don't have to put in work in a doing fashion. I be healing. And so everywhere I go, I am healing. People around me, when I walk into an establishment, I never enter into the establishment. Instead, people enter into who I am, because I recognize who I am at the center core of who I am, my beingness, and I am healing. I am healing, not healing from something or healing from someone, but I am healing. I am healing. And so because I am healing, when I enter into a room, I know who I am. And so those who don't know who they are and lost in who they are and don't tap into the center core being of who they are, they get enraptured in the beingness of the I am, because the I am is the everything. The I am is the all. And so when I walk into the room, I become all of them but remain me. I become all of them but I remain me. Kind of like light exposing some dirt on someone, right? Light being used to expose forensics, right? And so the light does not become the evidence that it is exposing. The light remains and stays the light. It just exposes what's there. And so with me, I am healing. And so when I walk into a room, I don't enter into the room. Instead, everybody that's there enter into who I am. So in essence, I become, because I am the all and the everything. God is I am. God is everything. And because I know who I am at the center core, I am. When I walk into a room, I become all of them. And so a lot of attention and eyes get put on me because I am everything in the room as well. I am everything in the room. And so I am them and I am everything. So they feel me, my vibration, they feel who God is, but they feel God in within me, because at the center of who I am. You understand? And so there is no having to do to be what I am. I am healing. I be healing. I don't heal in a doing fashion, a working, laboring type fashion. I am healing. And at the core of who God is peace, right? And when you try to get to the center of a hurricane, the vortex of a hurricane, inside the vortex of the hurricane, the eye of the storm is where the peace is, the most calm is. But you got to get through and penetrate a path of destruction, a path of debris, a path of wind and rains at 135, 150 miles per hour. You're going to tear yourself up trying to get back to that place. And when you are peace, when you are at the center of that being, then you are nothing more than that which you are. So if I am healing, then I cannot be sickness. I am not sickness. I am not all these other things that is against what healing is. If I am healing, I am 100% holistically healing. I am healing, not healing from something. I am healing. You understand? And so when people come into my energetic field, they feel this sense of love, because my love for myself, the love I have for myself, you understand, emits a healing. And so if people got hate inside them, I would never recognize it, because that doesn't penetrate who I am. Instead, when I walk into a room, again, if anybody got any hate inside them, I would not recognize it, because when I walk into the room, I don't enter in, they enter into me. And when I walk into a room, they become me. So what's really being put out there is more of me. So admiration and love and kindness and generosity and all those things get put out there, because what's being put out there, what I'm getting back, I put out there. And what I put out there is who I am, healing. And so the people that come into my field, that come into my energetic field, they sense a feeling of God, a vibration of who God is, because I am the everything that God is. God is everything, and I am the everything that God is. And so I don't have to feel hurt. I don't have to feel judgment. I don't have to feel or hold a grudge. I don't have to feel uneasy about things. I don't have to feel those things, because I am healing, and everything that is healing. Think about what healing is. I am everything that is healing. That is who I am. That is my core being. At the center of who I am healing. And so I am God in that sense. I am God in that sense, where I am obeying, healing. You understand? I want you to get this. I want you to understand this. I want you to know this, that getting to the vortex of God, getting back to the center of God, is destructive on oneself. You have to remove yourself from emotion. You see, when you are, let's say you are your beingness. What is your beingness? Your beingness may be love. Well, then you cannot be hate. If you are love, you cannot be hate, because love doesn't recognize hate. Love doesn't know hate. So you cannot be hate. You must be all love. And if you get caught up in anything that is not love, then you are not love. If you get caught up in hate and jealousy and anger and the emotions of these things, then you are not being love. You are not the being of love. In love, if you are love, and that is your beingness, then your beingness doesn't know any hate. It doesn't know hate. It doesn't recognize hate. It cannot be hate. But my beingness, my core beingness is healing. So sickness doesn't come upon me, nor do I hear it, nor do I feel it, nor do I see it. Why? Not because it's not there and I don't recognize it. It's just that when you are wholly this thing, when I am wholly healing, when I am wholly, WHOLLY, when I am wholly healing, okay, then I am everything that is healing. And think about a hurricane. Think about a hurricane, right? You cannot hold on to emotions and attachments or things that allows you to be attached to things that hold emotions to them or emits emotions from you, because at that time and at that point and at that being, you start to become what that thing is and not what you proclaim to be. If you proclaim to be love, healing, peace, then you must be everything and not any of that. Can you imagine? Can you imagine trying to get to the center of a hurricane? You will destroy yourself trying to get there, because you got to penetrate the wind and the rain and all of that other stuff that comes with it. You got to try and penetrate that stuff, trying to get to the center of it. That's what it's like holding on to emotions. You're trying to get to the center of yourself while holding on to things that is not of who you are. That is your beingness. Your beingness does not allow emotions to keep itself or keep you stuck in that place, to the point where you cannot get yourself back to the righteous path of your beingness. So if emotions come in and try to destroy who you are, if emotions come in and make you feel attached, then you have to look at emotions and say, is this what my beingness is? You say no, then you can't hold on to that emotion. So when you try and hold on to emotions, when you're holding on to emotions, you understand, you're not being your beingness. You've left your beingness and you've attached and made yourself that of which you hold an emotional tie to. You're not being your beingness. And I'm asking you to be who you be, because that is getting back to the center of God, the center of who you are. Your beingness, getting back to the vortex of God. The vortex of God is getting back to your core center, your center of who you are. And the center of who you are is your beingness. You got to get back to your beingness, the center of who you are, because at the center is God. And where the center is in the hurricane, there's peace and there's calm. The eye, try to tell the eye of the hurricane that is destroying, the hurricane is destroying all these things in its path. It wouldn't even understand the language. Why? The eye doesn't understand. The eye of the hurricane doesn't understand the destruction going on the outside of the hurricane. Why? Because in the eye there's calm and peace. There's calm and peace in the eye. The eye be the eye. It don't be the wind. It don't be the rain. It don't be the destruction and debris that it is carrying. It don't be that. The eye be calm and peace. So trying to tell the eye that there's destruction going on outside of the eye, that there's destruction going on in this hurricane, the eye wouldn't understand the language, because the eye does not be the wind, the rains that is causing the destruction. The eye be calm, the eye be peace. That's what I'm telling you to do. I love you. I love me. I love us. Be your beingness and get back to the center of who you are, which is God. Get to the vortex of God, which is the center core of your beingness. I'm your Lord Obeng, and I say, I am.